Queensland's Mental Health Act 2016 supports consumers to express their treatment and healthcare preferences in the Advanced Health Directive for Mental Health document. We're going to step you through each section of this document so you can think about how you would like to complete one for yourself. This is what the Advanced Health Directive for Mental Health document looks like. You can download this document from Queensland Health's website. The first part of the form is to identify you. Section 1 asks you to write down your personal details. You need to write down your name as recorded on official documents, such as your birth certificate, or as recorded with government departments, such as Centrelink and Medicare. This is also where you record other contact details, such as your address, phone number and email address. In this video, we will demonstrate the document being completed by Chris Smith. Section 2 is the main section of the document. It has two parts. The first section is your future agreement for healthcare. This section will be used to provide future consent or non-consent of healthcare if you become unwell. In this section, you can be as specific as you like. For example, you may list the medications that you found helpful in the past and list the medications you did not find helpful and do not want. You may state here how you wish to take the medication, by tablet or syrup or depot injection. Also, many people have a range of other health conditions which may or may not be linked with their mental illness. You can include consent or refusal of general health care here as well. For example, that you wish to continue to receive your insulin treatment for your diabetes if you become unwell, or if you become unwell, you do not want to continue with your chemotherapy. We suggest, as you start thinking about what you want to write in this section, that you begin to talk with your doctor about your treatment preferences and wishes. This is an opportunity to work together to come up with a future agreement that is also supported by your doctor. Your doctor needs to sign this form and, in the future, it can be your agreement for future treatment if the treatment is consistent with medical guidelines and relevant to your needs at that future time. We will type in a couple of different examples to show you how they may look on a document, just to give you some ideas about beginning to develop yours. We encourage people to take time to really think about what they want to write in this section. It may be that you want to write several drafts and discuss them with your family, friends and doctor before filling in this section. The second section is for writing down your views, wishes and preferences for healthcare and other personal matters. This section allows you to put down more details about other people and things that are important to you. You may include information about how and when you prefer to take medications, who you would like contacted if you were to go to hospital, who you do not want contacted if you go to hospital, who you want to care for your children if you become unwell, who may check on your house and pets if you become unwell. If you have special dietary requirements, this section can also be used to list any food allergies or intolerances. Here are a few examples of what may be important to different people. You may want to list other health professionals you would like to be involved in your care should you become unwell, such as your private psychiatrist, counsellor, physiotherapist or psychologist. This next section of the document is about appointing another person or persons to make healthcare decisions for you. You do not have to appoint someone if you do not want to, or you can do this at a later time when you review your Advanced Health Directive. There may be some benefits for you in completing this section, as you may find yourself in health situations you had not thought about, and your attorney can step in and make healthcare decisions for you. If there is a disagreement between what your attorney says and what is written in your Advanced Health Directive, then the Advanced Health Directive is to be considered first. However, if you are thinking about appointing someone as your healthcare attorney, make sure you choose someone who is most likely to make decisions similar to those you would make. If you do appoint an attorney, they will be able to make decisions on your behalf only when you become unwell. If you are appointing an attorney, their personal details need to be written in here. The attorney needs to accept or agree to become your attorney by signing the document. This means that you'll need to discuss your directive with your attorney so they understand your wishes before they sign the document. Without the attorney's signature in this section, this person is unable to be your attorney should you become unwell. If you choose to have one or more attorneys, you may also like to invite them to your appointment with your doctor when discussing this document. You can appoint more than one attorney if you wish. If you want to appoint a second attorney, then complete Attorney 2 on this page. If you choose to appoint more than 2 attorneys, you will need to photocopy this page so that all their details can be recorded. It is recommended that you appoint no more than 3 or 4 attorneys. Section 4 is also about your attorneys. If you have not appointed any attorneys, you do not need to complete this section. If you have appointed one or more attorneys, you need to think about what you want them to do or not do should you become unwell. For example, you may write here that you do not want them to agree for you to receive depot medication, or more than 6 courses of ECT, or to be in hospital for more than 3 weeks. In other words, you are able to limit the type of healthcare decisions they can make for you. If you appoint more than one attorney, they need to communicate with each other to make decisions, and you can direct them how they do this. This can mean it can take longer for them to make decisions about your healthcare. And here are the conditions that Chris wrote on his Advanced Health Directive for mental health. If you have appointed more than one attorney, there is another part to this section that asks you to think about how you want your attorneys to make decisions. This can be any one attorney may decide, all of them deciding together, a majority has to decide. This means if you have appointed 3, then 2 must agree, or another way. Another way could be that the second attorney only makes decisions if the first attorney is not available, just as Chris has put in his AHD. These type of arrangements can be written in the other box. Section 5 is where your doctor signs the document to say that you had decision-making capacity and understood decisions made within this document. Without your doctor's signature, the document is not complete or valid, and it will not be considered should you become unwell. At this time, your doctor may ask you about your understanding of this Advanced Health Directive for mental health, and in particular, your treatment and healthcare preferences. Section 6 is the section where you sign the document in front of an eligible witness. This section is found at the bottom of page 4 and 5. If you are unable to sign, another person may sign on your behalf in the boxed section to the right. It is important that you do not sign your Advanced Health Directive until you meet in person with your eligible witness, as they need to see you signing your Advanced Health Directive. There are some strict rules around who can be your eligible witness. People are eligible to witness your Advanced Health Directive if they are 21 years or older, and they are a Justice of the Peace, or a Commissioner for Declarations, or a lawyer, and they are not the person who is signing for you if you are unable to physically sign the document. They are not your attorney. They are not a relative of yours or a relative of your attorney. They are not a paid carer or health provider for you. They are not a beneficiary under your will. The eligible witness also has to be sure that you have capacity or understand the document and how it works, so they may ask you questions about the document and how and when you think it will work. Once you sign your Advanced Health Directive in front of your eligible witness, your witness is then able to sign the document. If you have problems finding an eligible witness, please ask your independent patient rights advisor at your local public mental health service. When you have completed your Advanced Health Directive, a copy should be given to a staff member of a mental health service so that it can be placed on the statewide consumer information system. This will mean that any Queensland Health mental health doctor or health professional can locate your directive should you become unwell. Remember, you are able to make an Advanced Health Directive at any time you are well and able to make your own decisions. You should discuss your Advanced Health Directive with a doctor who understands your mental health needs and have them sign it when you are well. If you need further information, Queensland Health has developed many resources which can be found online at the Mental Health Act 2016 website.